Check, 1, 2. Blah, 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 blah. And you walk on down the hallway,
Hi, I'm Jan Michael of rockandrevolutions.com. For 16 years, I've rocked in the underground rock band, the Fireside Blues, from dive bars to small festivals, clubs, bookshops, whatever. And I'm here today to bring you an alternative media experiment, a new paradigm in alternative media. We're going to create something here. It's a little unorthodox in what has already been out there. It's a little different, a little new, a little risky, a little rebellious. And we're going to basically try to utilize the power of the online space as individuals united behind a vision. And our vision here is to change the way people believe in themselves, the way they believe in the world, the way they visualize the internet, the online space, and media itself. Now tonight we have an awesome show. It's going to be badass. We got the Mad Road Artists, a Gonzo-themed experiment in paint, art, and music. And it's going to be badass. You guys are going to check this stuff out. You want to hang out today. You're going to see a painting manifest from thin air, as well as the human spirit transmuting into the most awesome music and spoken word expressions that you'll see in, today. One of the things we're trying to do here is really empower the people and bring a new idea for how we can use the online space. Podcasts, we understand and we know about those. Webcasts are a little bit of a new form. And this is a unique expression of that and how we're bringing it together. We're going to talk a lot about rock and roll, but we're not a rock show. We're going to talk a lot about art, but we're not an art show. We're going to talk about politics, we're not a political show. We are a revolution. We're a revolution in a sense of the human experience, human potential, and how we can collaborate, animate, and exist in this new 21st century communication model of the internet. It's going to be awesome. We're going to do a lot of things that you wouldn't see on television. You're not going to see in the modern YouTube format because we're really experimental and we're a little bit rebellious. And we're going to talk about things that most people wouldn't talk about. And we're going to experience things on this show and in this webcast and on rockandrevolutions.com that most people and most other websites do not do. Why? Because we're open and we're free and we're going to express ourselves in all different angles, all different types of media. And I hope that you'll join us on this because you can be a part of that revolution by simply tuning in to rockandrevolutions.com, subscribing to our newsletter, the Rock and Revolutions newsletter and e-zine, and subscribing to our YouTube channel, friend us up on Facebook, connecting with us on Twitter, and being a part of this revolution. Come to our shows, come to our events, take pictures, share them, share the audio, share what we do here, be a part of it. We're an experience that wants to incorporate the viewer as much as the guests and myself on the show. We're coming from a place that is not personal or egoic. We're really trying to expand this as more of a unified vision of how we can operate as individuals, empowering each other and empowering ourselves to not compete on a competition level with big media and Hollywood, but just the idea that you can express yourself, make your own movies, create your own art, create your own music, and your own studios very simply, and you have that power. And as a decentralizing idea, we can express ourselves in many different ways, many different avenues, from the local to global communications and ideas, to small film, to independent release, independent artists, and there's just new ways we're going to talk about releasing, distributing music, ebooks, videos. So there's going to be a lot of talking about not just the art and the expression, but also the mediums by which we can use today, how you can use them, and how you can use that in a sustainable way. We're going to talk a little bit about online marketing strategies, communication strategies, distribution, from ebooks to MP3s, CDs, videos, DVDs, all these things, and social media included. And it's going to be awesome. You're going to learn a lot here. You're going to experience a lot here. And you're not going to see anything like this anywhere else online. Check it out, rockandrevolutions.com. Subscribe to our channel. And we're going to be right back with Mad Road Artists and some badass Gonzo Webcasting.
shots in there.
All right, rockers and revolutionaries, outcasts, pioneers, rebels, misfits, the Mad Road artists.
We're going to do a little tribute to great Gonzo journalist Hunter S. Thompson. This theme is a Hunter S. Thompson theme. We've done a beat theme, but we're going to go Gonzo in this one for a while. Music has always been a matter of energy to me, a question of fuel. Sentimental people call it inspiration, but what they really mean is fuel. I've always needed fuel. I'm a serious consumer. On some nights, I still believe that a car with the gas needle on empty can run about 50 more miles if you have the right music very loud on the radio. sunlight in your face and the smell of new cut grass all around, and no worry in the world except how far the next ride will take you. Needed fuel. I'm a serious consumer. On some nights, I still believe that a car with the gas...
Hi, this is Jan Michael with rockandrevolutions.com. Visit rockandrevolutions.com and click the top banner on our website to get free access to the Rock and Revolutions newsletter. Get the net's most radical easing. Type in your email, your first name, and your last name. Click the submit button, and you'll be getting all of our best blog posts, exclusive articles and content, high-resolution images, comic books, exclusive invites to special events and webinars, and just all the best cool stuff we have. So again, visit rockandrevolutions.com and click the banner ad to get access to the email, or go to newsletter.rockandrevolutions.com and sign up today.
Hi, it's Jan Michael. Welcome back to Rock and Revolutions. I'm here with the Mad Road Artists. You guys might recognize Troy in this member of the Fireside Blues. You want to tell us a little bit about Mad Road Artists and
Yeah, sure. Mad Road Artists, collaboration with Chris Jones and myself. We've been good friends for a long time. I play music, he does art. We could never do the band thing together, so this is the closest thing we can do. And we're going to infuse live music, art, literature, film, photography, whatever we can, and make a visual experience, something new, something a little different. A lot of it is improv. We come in with the ideas. We did a Jack Kerouac themed, a beat themed event, which turned out really well. The art was great. So that's what we do. You know, we're getting all our friends involved. Anyone who can have different lineups, change the lineup as we see fit for what we're doing.
Sounds badass. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself and your involvement in Mad Road Artists?
Sure. I'm an artist, a painter. I've been painting for years, forever, doing art since I can remember. And Troy came up with this, and I just thought it was a great idea. Try to just keep it all spontaneous, have a lot of fun, get your friends involved, and just, have a blast.
It's wild. I like the openness of it. What we kind of do here with Rock Revolutions. Just let it, just let it express itself. You have a lot of Gonzo thing. I know you write your own stuff, but what's with that and the bringing of other stuff?
Just trying to use our influences. This is a good medium to bring forth our influences as far as I said, the beat theme. Jonesy turned me on to Jack Kerouac and Thompson. So we went that route because they're a big an influence on me as I can think of, other than bands such as The Doors, et cetera. Fireside Blues, big influence, Steve McDaniel band, But really, this can go anywhere. We don't even need to have a theme. We can come out, play our music, bring our stories, bring our journals or our books we've written or read, read excerpts from things that influence us and just put it into one big collaboration and have fun with it. As probably in the video, you'll see the cameraman, people taking pictures. That's all part of the scene. That's okay for it to be in there. That's all part of the scene. That's all part of the art process. So, it all works well together.
I like that. From the DVD, because I missed the last event. My receptionist, Miss Mary Jane, confused me on which brewery it was at.
Right.
I missed it, but from the DVD and today, it's spontaneous. You're never going to see the same show. And the event and the area, the day, everything influences it, and it kind of just becomes. Mm-hmm. And that's an amazing experience. And as someone viewing it, it's awesome. The music and the art collaborating, becoming something, and from the blank canvas of sound, the blank canvas of that you're painting on, it just becomes, and it's just an amazing thing. And the freeness of it, and it's an awesome experience. It's like on the road.
Well, it's nice too when we did the beat thing event. You know, we were in Allentown, downtown, and people were coming up, standing, sitting right next to us. People hustling and bustling by, and that
you
vibe.
get that vibe, that energy, and you get the energy off the music. Musicians get the energy off the painting. So it's just try to have as much fun and just let it rip.
Yeah, spontaneity.
Spontaneity is where it's at. And more people involved. We have to get more people involved. Do different things. Right now with the Hunter Thompson and Kerouac, because we have common ground, and Troy and I are both heroes of ours, I would guess. So that's something that we both feel strongly about. So that's what we're going to start off with, but we won't even. That's the other thing. We don't know what we're going to do next.
Yeah, we're scratching the surface.
So we're crossing off the heroes go down, and then we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Just scratching, opening up the skull and scratching the hands.
Yeah, right.
I've experienced that in far as blues basis, and that's one thing about blues, always respecting the artists using some of their jams and clips. And bringing up Hunter Thompson and Kerouac, it's the same thing, it's honoring them, bringing them together in a like-minded situation. Because from what I read of just your personal stuff, you have a very similar writing style. And when I read your stuff, I felt like I was there, I was present with you, and I was experiencing that with you. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be obvious. Anything you play, being a drummer, the Doors, my favorite band, I rip off John Densmore left and right. And
Trippy.
Yeah, right. And the thing about this project too is, you can do that, but you're bringing someone to the forefront that maybe someone's never heard of Hunter Thompson. Maybe someone's never heard Jack Kerouac, and you throw a quote out there, you throw a phrase, you give them a visual image of what this person is, and you might be able to turn somebody on to something they've never heard before. And that's the whole point of art. That's the whole point why we playing Fireside Blues, why we playing bands, why Chris does art. It's self-gratifying, and it also is hopefully opening someone's mind up to something else that they may have never heard of.
Right, because your music is influencing us as artists, and as the artists are working, you're influencing each other and flowing off each other. And for the painting, it's not just one person's doing the painting. Hopefully, and I think it's been working, that you have both people's personality plus the music personality all expressed visually is the goal.
Yep.
That last show, I was on the streets of allentown, and I imagine that people walking by get this guy leaving the office building, and he's just like, fucking guy, I gotta work today. And then he walks by and he sees this, and it's just painting, and it's just music, and it's something like more existential than just something happening. There's like a spiritual thing going on there. And I think that guy is walking by and just like you're reaching. I think that's another thing. When you guys are playing, the audience, you're reaching the audience, you're standing down influencing. And I think it goes beyond the performer and the person watching the show. It's just the guy walking by. Just like there's this event of humanity happening, and there's an expression. And I think it's awesome.
And hopefully that person gets some sort of inspiration out of it, no matter what it is. If they hear a riff or see the picture or hear something literal that they're like, oh man, I'd like to go back and read that or look into this or anything you can turn people on to. And that's what Chris did for me as far as this whole scene, as far as Kerouac, Hunter Thompson, the punk rock scene. I knew nothing about that before I met Chris, and I would say he's an inspiration of mine as well as these guys. His artwork, kind of like a big brother role. So, yeah.
Aren't they all?
That's true. Yeah. Jonesy sets the standard for many things.
All right, guys. Well, it's good to have this interview. It was a great talk. We'll talk a little bit more about the artwork, and we'll show the painting, and we'll do some rocking.
Sure. And June 22nd, Allentown Freak Fest, Mad Road Gonzo show. I will be in character. We have some other artists involved, some other musicians. You can go on Facebook, Mad Road Artists, look up me, Troy Heiland, Trippy Jones, Chad Huntington, Kenny Phifer, you know, everybody. We're ready to roll with this thing, so June 22nd is going to be fun, 5 o'clock.
It'll be fun. It's going to be, the painting will be 8 foot by 8 foot or 16 by 4, so that's pretty big.
And we sell them. When we're done, we create it on the spot, and it's a sellable product. You know, if you like it, feel free to make an offer.
And we can find you on Facebook. We can find you
Yeah, same place.
Facebook. Really nice. And I just wanted the guy you saw playing guitar today, that was Chad Huntington, also from Fireside, many other excellent guitar player. As a matter of fact, he recorded the audio for tonight's show, and he's manning some cameras right now, so you're not seeing him, but he's a badass. And so are Mad Road Artists. And guys, check it out. We're going to do some rocking, we're going to talk about some painting, and hang out here at rockandrevolutions.com.
MRA all the way. It all started with the thought of getting Jonesy out to Utah. It would have been great to get the whole family out, but I had an idea it wasn't likely. Kind of doubted they'd ever use LDS land as a vacation destination, so I figured I'd hire Jonesy to do some work. I wanted my Fear and Loathing mural done in my jam room, my sanctuary. Jonesy arrived at 5:30 after being delayed in Chicago for 3 or 4 hours. I'm just happy he made it here. Thought of missed flights or dates had crossed my mind. As a matter of fact, I had that brought to my attention by 2 or 3 others, including a couple friends. We got caught in some rush hour construction traffic, made it back to the house by 6:30, got in, gave the quick tour. We were off to the room to show him his wall. And of course that included extracurricular activities. This time the trip didn't involve coke, juicers, acid and mushroom pills, or punk rock at the pass, but we did put away a lot of beer, vodka, herb, and hash that was brought from San Francisco. It was Soma Coma, some blonde hash, I believe, and there's quite a bit of state beer. I pitched in with some orange fluff and about $150 worth of meat for Sunday's barbecue. I'll get to that later. The weekend also consisted of enough Cypress Hill and Hunter Thompson footage to keep us inspired and motivated. I expected possible projectile vomiting, pissing in the corner, property damage, but we maintained our composure for the most part. My body says differently though. I feel almost like I need an IV for hydration purposes for the past 2 days. Salt Lake for some Cajun-style grub and the numerous beers they offer. We had a designated driver for the weekend if need be. After Jonesy gave us a take on the area being like a fantasy land, white bread, climate controlled, and a utopia-like existence, we headed to Salt Lake City around 8 p.m. after smoke sessions and beers. Normally there's a wait for a table at the Bayou. Hell, a wait in any restaurant in America on a Friday night for that matter. We were pretty much seated immediately. Maybe they got the word that we were on the way and just wanted to keep us content and calm. I'm I'm sure if they'd known us in the past, they would have boarded up the doors, windows, pulled the shutters, and put earplugs to anyone in earshot of us. We each settled in with a brew and ordered our food. The waitresses were generally big-breasted and attractive, but the music was always a little louder than normal. It wasn't once our ears adjusted and we all enjoyed our company and the other's patrons' girlfriends. T-shirts, long sleeved, and we toyed with the idea of going down to Salt Lake with all of us dressed in those, and Jones in the sleeveless shirt as our leader. The freakish co-ed pop mart gang originating out of the bowels of the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. What a sight that would be. I think the freak police might have dragged us off to the Utah State Pen. The men in the mountain on charges of causing a ruckus and raising heck near the temple. We kicked around the idea of getting hammered and going to the temple tour, but we figured that may turn into trouble. Somebody would start questioning the religion, winning the argument. I'd be cussing and getting belligerent for not being worthy enough to enter certain areas of the temple, and they'd be questioning about how Joseph Smith got such powerful forearms. Man, that guy was a big one. Desert Edge Brewery. They had listed their beers on the wall along with a message displaying that they're proud of their 3.2% beer. It kind of disgusted me and pissed me off. We went in anyway. We inquired about mixed drinks, but discovered we'd have to move on the other side of the wall where we were sitting to be allowed to consume liquor and Coke with our food in Utah. The liquor laws are a joke, man. Get over it. Get with the times already, will you? What the fuck?
Hi, I'm Jan Michael, and we're cooking art here in the kitchen with Kenny and Jonesy, the Mad Road artists. They just finished this awesome painting, and I bet you're wishing to see it. You want to see it really bad, but I'm going to get out of the way in a second. I just want to ask these guys a few questions. Prior to the interview, we were talking about the relationship, the music, and the art with Mad Road artists. And I don't know if you got to see the interview, but yeah, talking about that. And I don't know if you guys want to elaborate on that a little bit. Talk about your inspiration. Maybe you want to start and then pass it over.
Yeah. Yeah, like when we do these, Kenny and I, we communicate about what we're gonna do, and then we figure out an image, and then after that we just kind of have a game plan, but it never really follows the game plan because whatever the music is, and we just start grooving on that, and it just it's just like a spontaneous type of thing.
Yeah, I think the theme has really come a lot, the Mad Road Artist was the brainchild of Troy and Jonesy, and Jonesy has been a big influence on my life artistically and creatively with, like I talked about last year, Jack Kerouac, this year Hunter S. Thompson, influential visionary artists. And so yeah, my personally biggest influence for materials has been Jonesy and Troy. And then, like you said, once the music starts, it's just, everything just flows.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I've known Kenny for about 10 years, and he, and I've always known his art, and I always really love his art, and I like, he's like great to work with, and we just seem to have a nice connection when we work together, and it's just a lot of fun.
Right back at you.
Yeah.
So you guys are like, you're in the moment, you're painting, and it just kind of comes from a place, like a subconscious place, or just like from the spirit, or the music itself. It's an extension.
Well, that's pretty much the feel. The feel, it just comes.
Yeah, like any, creative.
I work off of him. I'm watching him what he's working on, and we go back and switch so that it's all, instead of it just being me and Kenny, it's all me and Kenny. We're becoming one artist is the goal. That's what we're trying to do. And the more artists, you have 5 artists, but those 5 artists their work will look different than Kenny and I because of all their influences. So it's a mesh of everything together.
Yeah, I think it's really important during the creative process to break up your typical consciousness as much as possible. So outside influences, music, irregular patterns with timing and things like that. And 2 minds coming together and just feeding off each other, and oh wow, it's going this direction now, and back and forth, and yeah, that's all really what drives it.
From blank canvas to beauty and awesomeness, right? I saw your last painting at the Mad Road Artists in Allentown, that show, and I noticed you guys are very colorful. Is that some sort of LSD tribute? You like color?
Yeah, just love color. Not all the time they're always I don't know, I just think these should be visually vibrant, I suppose, because of the music. And the Hunter S. Thompson, definitely you're going to have psychedelic influence. And in this piece, we were thinking psychedelic, like scary psychedelic, because that's kind of Hunter S. Thompson's whole thing. The paranoia, and the humor, and all of it.
It's funny because one of the things with Hunter S. Thompson is he's like anti the man, but he looks like the man if you just saw him, right? But like it's a cool, like he just comes together like this really cool entity that just was.
Yeah, he was like the professional side of the counterculture.
Oh, definitely. Well respected, but also never part of the establishment of his own life.
You have to keep that distance.
There's not
Remain yourself.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people who can get away with that. He's like a dying breed, basically. Well, a dead breed. Sorry.
One of a kind.
Yeah, one of a kind.
Like your paintings.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, we can see more of the Mad Road Artists and more of their stuff at the show. You know what's the date for the show?
June 22nd.
We go on at
Saturday, 5?
I think we go at 4:30 to
5:30.
But you should check out the Freak Festival because they have so many shows and it's free.
Allentown Freak Fest.
Yep, it's right next to the PP&L. It's right in the middle of Allentown.
Hamilton Street.
Yep. It'll be a good show.
We'll hear more spontaneous music and see more spontaneous art.
Yep, it's at a real big level. Giant painting.
Yeah.
Have some more artists that are gonna be involved, so it'll be fun. It'll be big.
I got one final question. Troy, can I get you up here for this?
Sure.
This is probably the most important question we ask at rockandrevolutions.com, and that is, can rock and roll save the free world?
It can definitely change the world and put it in the right direction. I believe so.
I believe so. I believe it has.
Rock and roll in action, yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for being a part of the pilot episode at rockandrevolutions.com. Stay with us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Friend us up on Facebook. Check out the description below the video. And always connect with rockandrevolutions.com on our monthly webcast. Anyway, thanks, guys.
Thanks,
it's great to see you guys. Great to see your art here, you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Anytime, guys.
Rock and roll. Rock and roll.
Rock on.
Yeah. Cheers.